The second book of Samuel, chapter 21. And there was a famine in the days of David 3 years, year after year. And David inquired of Jehovah. And Jehovah said, It is for Saul, and for his house of blood, because he slew the Gibeonites. And the king called the Gibeonites, and spoke to them. Now the Gibeonites were not of the children of Israel, but of the remainder of the Amorites. And the children of Israel had sworn to them. And Saul sought to smite them in his zeal for the children of Israel and Judah. And David said to the Gibeonites, What shall I do for you? And with what shall I make atonement, that ye may bless the inheritance of Jehovah? And the Gibeonites said to him, As to Saul and his house, it is with us no question of receiving silver or gold, neither is it for us to have any man put to death in Israel. And he said, What ye say will I do for you? And they said to the king, The man that consumed us, and that devised against us that we should be destroyed from remaining in all the borders of Israel, let 7 men of his sons be given up to us, and we will hang them up to Jehovah in Gibeah of Saul, the chosen of Jehovah. And the king said, I will give them. But the king spared Mephibosheth the son of Jonathan, the son of Saul, because of Jehovah's oath that was between them, between David and Jonathan the son of Saul. Verse 8. And the king took the 2 sons of Rizpah, the daughter of Aiah, whom she had borne to Saul, Armonai and Mephibosheth, and the 5 sons of the sister of Michal, the daughter of Saul, whom she had borne to Adriel, the son of Barzillai, the Meholathite. And he gave them into the hands of the Gibeonites, and they hanged them on the hill before Jehovah. And they fell all 7 together, and were put to death in the first days of the harvest, in the beginning of barley harvest. Verse 10. Then Rizpah, the daughter of Aiah, took sackcloth, and spread it for her upon the rock, from the beginning of harvest until water poured on them out of the heavens, and suffered neither the fowl of the heavens to rest on them by day, nor the beast of the field by night. And it was told David what Rizpah, the daughter of Aiah, the concubine of Saul, had done. And David went and took the bones of Saul and the bones of Jonathan his son from the men of Jabesh Gilead, who had stolen them from the open place of Bethshan, where the Philistines had hanged them, the day the Philistines had smitten Saul and Gilboa. And he brought up from thence the bones of Saul and the bones of Jonathan his son, and he gathered the bones of them that were hanged, and they buried them with the bones of Saul and Jonathan his son in the country of Benjamin, in Zelah, in the sepulchre of Kish his father. And they did all that the king had commanded, and afterwards God was propitious to the land. In verse 15. And the Philistines had yet war again with Israel, and David went down, and his servants with him, and fought with the Philistines. And David was exhausted. And Ishbi-benob, who was of the children of Rapha, the weight of his lance was 300 shekels of bronze, and he was girded with new armour, thought to smite David. And Abishai the son of Zeruiah succoured him, and smote the Philistine, and killed him. Then the men of David swore to him, saying, Thou shalt go no more out with us to battle, that thou quench not the lamp of Israel. Verse 18. And it came to pass after this, that there was again a battle with the Philistines, at Gob. Then Sibbechai the Hushathite smote Saph, who was of the children of Rapha. Verse 19. And there was again a battle at Gob with the Philistines, and Elhanan the son of Jaare-Oregim, a Bethlehemite, smote Goliath the Gittite. Now the shaft of his spear was like a weaver's beam. Verse 20. And there was again a battle at Gath, and there was a man there of great stature, that had on each hand 6 fingers, and on each foot 6 toes, 24 in number. And he also was born to Rapha, and he defied Israel. But Jonathan the son of Shimeah, David's brother, smote him. These 4 were born to Rapha in Gath, and they fell by the hand of David, and by the hand of his servants.